Very good morning, students. Welcome back to first year physics. So in the previous, we completed about a Newton's law of gravitation, and on the basis of Newton's law of gravitation and Kepler's laws, on the both the topics we did problems. And here another problem also is there. The problem will be like this. These problems are very important in the second year also, because the same concept is there in the second year for electrostatics in second year. That's what if you learn here clearly, therefore it is in the second year it is very easy. So there is a one problem is there like this, the problem given, three identical masses, right? This is the problem, three identical like you say problem, three identical masses which are placed at the corner of equilateral triangle. See, you take a one triangle, let us given like this, three masses which are identical is placed at an equilateral triangle of side is 1 meter. You say each side is 1 meter, equilateral, no? Then here is asking find a net force. Question it is, three identical masses which are placed at the corner of an equilateral triangle, then find a resultant force at any one of the corner. Any one, you take any one corner. So that any one you take either at this corner or this corner, this corner. So resultant is asking, no, resultant force, nothing but a what? Suppose if I choose at this corner, therefore the force is acting between these two particles, you say F, because M and M only, no? Or you want to say F1 it is. And there will be a, between the two masses, again there will be a force is acting F2, of course, identical, no? So that you say F1 is equal to F2 is equal to F. So now we need to find a resultant force at that corner only, no? So that you say there will be a resultant is acting Fr, it is the resultant. So according to the parallelogram, that is there will be a resultant force Fr is equal to F1 plus F2 square plus F3 2F1 F2 cos theta root. Are you remember this? Now let us you see it is an equilateral triangle, no? Yes, 60 degree. Of course this opposite also 60 degree. So that theta is equal to 60. Then use that Fr is equal to root over. Here F1 and F2 is equal to F only, no? So that you write here F square plus 2F square cos 60. Of course we know cos 60 value is 1 by 2. So suppose 60 and 2 is cancelled. Then remain, look at Fr is equal to root over, this is 3F square, look at F square plus F square plus F square. So that Fr resultant will be root 3 into F, it is Newton. Like it is the way which we have to find the resultant force. This is there in the second year again. Same is there, but instead of masses there we will use a charges. Charges are placed at the corner of an equilateral triangle. Find a resultant force. Of course, there also same answer. And here another question is there on the basis of equilateral triangle only. Suppose he is asking now, say there is another question which is given like this. Same equilateral triangle is given. So there are three identical masses are placed like this. Okay. Now here another fourth particle is placed. See, fourth particle of mass is kept at midpoint of the line joining, midpoint anyway, or between these two, or between these two, or between these two. See, between the line joining the two particles, there is a fourth particle is placed. Of course, fourth also identical only, but it is placed on the line joining the between the two particles. Now find a resultant force is asking. Simple. This is also very simple. You look into this. So there will be a force is acting between these two particles, you say F1, and there will be a force is acting between these two particles, equal and opposite. It is to be cancelled. That is, we can say cancelled. Because equal and opposite will be what happens, it is to be cancelled. You say these two forces are cancelled. What about from this vertex? Yes, there will be a force is acting between these two, you say F3. This is, we can say F3. Right? Now coming to the point is, the net force at the fourth particle will be F1 plus F2 plus F3. But you say these two are equal and opposite, no? So that you say plus 0 F3. Then F net will be is equal to F3. Sir, what is F3? Here F3 is nothing but the formula will be capital G M1 M2 or MM by distance square. So what is the distance? We don't know the distance, no? It is an of course equilateral triangle, no? So that you say this total distance will be R, this is also R, right? So in this half, no, it is, you say R by 2 it is, R by 2. Now use this R by 2 and R, get this distance, because it is like a one triangle, no? Rectangle triangle, you say A, B, C is the rectangle triangle. That is, you will remove from the triangle like this, it is A, B, C. So that is ABC, there will be R by 2 it is, and it is R. So now we need to find this AB, no? Use Pythagoras, that is R square is equal to your AB square plus R by 2 whole square, right? So R square is equal to AB whole square plus R square by 4. Now this R square by 4 take this side, therefore it is AB whole square is equal to R square minus R square by 4. So AB whole square is equal to 4R square minus R square by 4. Then AB whole square is equal to 3R square by 4. Then AB is equal to 3 root 3 by 2R. Everyone remember, not required to do every time, because that this height will be what happens, it is root 3 by 2. Remember everyone, it is already we did also this root 3 by 2, because in the center of mass also this height we find it is, so it is root 3 by 2 R. Now we know the distance between A and B is root 3 by 2 R. Now you write here capital G, that is we can say the F net is equal to F3, no? That F3 will be what? Capital G mm by distance square, no? You say AB whole square. You say AB whole square. So what is AB now? Root 3 by 2 R. So F3 is equal to GM square by the distance is root 3 by 2 R whole square. So F3 is equal to 4 GM square by 3 R square. So this is the answer. This is the answer related to what? For equilateral triangle. Clear? Now coming to the next one. See, suppose in case of a equilateral triangle, one more problem is given. So this all are very, very important in the second year, not right away, but we should know, because it is related to force only, no? Here. Yeah. See, the question is given like this. Again, will be like this. See, the fourth particle is kept at the centroid. Fourth particle is kept at a centroid. See, there will be a M. See, the force is acting. There will be a force is acting. Like this force is acting. Of course, there will be a force is to be like this. And due to this, there will be a force. And due to this, there will be a force. So the distance is equal, no? This all distances are equal. Of course, you remember this equal and opposite will be cancelled, because we can say like this, or else we can also take like this. If I take there will be a force between these two, it is due to these two, there will be a force is acting, that is the resultant is for this we can say theta is equal to 120. Suppose you want to get between these two particles, Fr is equal to root over f square plus 2f square cos 120, because at a centroid angle is 120. Between these two I am telling, of course there is a, between these two particles there is a force is F, but I don't know the resultant of these two. So suppose you get a resultant of these two, then ultimately it is over. So that here resultant is acting between these two forces is Fr. So that Fr is equal to cos 120, again you write here cos 120 will be minus 1 by 2. So that here you write 2f square minus 2f square 1 by 2. So 2 to cancel, then Fr is equal to 2f square minus f square. So Fr is equal to f. The resultant is acting also f. And here between these two particles also acting f. Just now I told you equal and opposites are cancelled. So at a centroid net force will be 0. At a centroid if a fourth particle is placed, if a centroid at a fourth particle is placed, due to that is also identical, then that will be 0. Sir, if it is not identical, what will happen? Yes, you take that distance and you calculate the force between these two, as well as the resultant already we have. Because if here is another mass is placed, not identical. Suppose if I am saying there will be a, like this is given, so there is a 2m mass is placed. You say like this. So this force and this force is F, and this is also m, no? Here of course this distance we need to find, no? So again you say here it is a by 2, it is you take a 30 degree, and this is r. So from cos 30 look at it is adjacent a by 2 by r it is. So that cos 30 is nothing but a root 3 by 2, that is a by 2 r. So r is equal to a by root 3 it is. This distance a by root 3, a by root 3, a by root 3. Therefore this resultant is f net, no? That you say f net or f is equal to, that is will be gm, right? So that here between these two 2 mm into 2m, that is we can say 2m by distance square is we can say that is a by root 3 whole square. So f net is equal to, it is f into I think it is 2g capital M small m, that is m square by a square into 6 it is. Clear? So like that you take here also same, and subtract that, you will get the answer. You take this force also you take, and you subtract the two, because which are equal and opposite, no, then you take a subtraction. Therefore by taking the subtraction, then we will get the final resultant. So like this we have the questions on the basis of equilateral, especially equilateral triangle I am telling, especially equilateral triangle it is. Clear, no? Now let us will move to the another problem. In our material is given. So this is all not related to the material problems, but we should know the based on the forces, because again we have in the second year, no, that's what I am telling. Yeah, right. So another problem is given in our material. So open the materials. Gravitation. Yeah, page number 239. Page number 239, question number is 8. 239, question number is 8. See, I'll read the question, then after we'll find the answer. 4 identical masses, small m, are kept at the corner of a square of side A. Find the gravitational force exerted on one of the mass by the other masses. So there are 4 identical masses. Question, I'll draw the diagram. There are 4 identical masses which are placed at the 4 corners of a square. Identical, no? You say like this. It is to be like this. And each side you say some R, your wish. Either A also you take. So given is A, I think. Yeah, you take A, it is better. Whatever it is given, you take that. It is given as A, and A. Is asking find the net force, resultant force at one of the corner, force exerted by the one of the mass by the other masses. That mean here the force is exerted by the other masses at one mass. See, suppose you take this corner, there will be a force between these two, and there will be a force between these two, and this also acting a force is like this. Or sir, you want to calculate here? Yes, you take between these two, and between these two, and between these two. Sir, I want to take this. Yes, of course, between these two like this. Any one corner, aim one corner. We need to find a resultant force at one corner, or we need to find a resultant force, or need to find a net force. So that here the distances are equal, no? Yes, of course, distances are equal. You take one corner. Now I am taking this corner. So there is a force is acting between these two, is you say F1. Between these two masses, and between these two masses there will be a force is acting F2. Of course, you say F1 is equal to F only. And between these two forces, you say there will be a force is acting like this. This is, you say, F3. Of course, it is also acting to be like this only. That is, you say F3. And if we don't know distance, right? This distance here we should find here. Before that, look at this. F1 and F2 are acting at a perpendicular, right? Because at this corner, these are perpendicular 90 degree. Then use this, then get a resultant Fr is equal to between this F1 and F2. I am telling F1 and F2. There will be an angle is 90 degree. So root over F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. Theta will be 90. Of course, root over F1 square plus F2 square 2 F1 F2 cos 90, 0. Then Fr is equal to root over, that is F square or F1 square plus F2 square, because cos 90 is 0, no? Then you leave that remain term. Then F1 is equal to F2 is equal to F, no? Fr is equal to F plus F, because F1 and F2 are F. So Fr is equal to, that is root 2 F, then Fr is equal to root 2 into F. So this resultant is acting, say for these two, resultant is acting along the same direction, that is we can say root 2 into F. Of course, F3 also acting same direction. Now we should find a F net, that is F net, that is Fr plus F3. Of course, Fr we know 2F, but we don't know F3, because we should find first this distance, no? Because if we know the distance between these two particles, then we can find a F3. So that is what happens. Again, you look at one triangle, no? It is a right angle triangle. Use that right angle triangle here. Look at. This is A and A. We don't know this distance. Apply Pythagoras. Suppose you say A, B, C. That is AB square is equal to A square plus A square. Fine. Therefore, what happens? AB is equal to root over 2A square. It is AB is equal to root 2A. So that now we know distance is root 2A. Now here you write F3. F3 is equal to, that is GM by, that is root 2A whole square. Fine. Therefore, it is GM square by 2A square it is. And Fr is nothing but a what? Here root 2F, no? Again you write Fr is equal to root 2 into GM square by, it is A square. So this almost we are ending. Now this Fr and F3 you write here, then we'll get the net at one corner is Fr will be root 2 of GM square by A square plus F3 will be GM square by 2A square. So that F net is equal to GM square, A square is common, you take by A square is common, root 2 plus 1 by 2. This is our final answer. So once you look into the answer, and if doubt is there, you refer the material or you see the solution. See the solution. Once again I will explain you. There are 4 identical particles are placed M at the 4 corners. Is asking find a resultant force or find a net force at any one of the corner. Any one. So you take your convenient. You take any one corner. See, now for me it is a convenient. That's what I am taking this corner. I am choosing this corner. So there will be a force between these two particles, and there will be a force between these two particles. So which are acting perpendicular to each other. Because between these two F1 between these two F2. Of course, F1 is equal to F2 because the distances are same, no? So now this F1 and F2 are acting perpendicular, therefore there will be result in this FR. This FR will be, we can take like this, the angle is theta 90, root over like this, and it is F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos the 90. Of course, cos 90 is 0. What is left? That is M1 square, F1 square plus F2 square. So that F square only. So that 2F, you write here F square it is. Right? Like this. So what happens here? F square plus F square is nothing but a 2F square. Therefore, root 2F. Now you go for the net because there will be F3 also acting along the same direction. F3 and FR in the same direction, no, net will be FR plus F3. Now F3 we should find. So that for that purpose we should know the distance between these two corners. These two corners distance we need to find, so that you take a triangle, like it is one triangle ABC. This is the hypotenuse, we don't know. Use Pythagoras rule. AB square is equal to A square plus A square. So that AB is equal to root over A square plus A square is nothing but a 2A square, and it is A square under root is there, no, you take out from that root, then we'll get the root 2A. After knowing this, come here, F3 is equal to GMM by root A whole square it is. So that we'll get a like this. FR is equal to root 2 into F. Therefore, FR is equal to root 2 GM square by A square. F net is equal to root 2 into this. Add these two, F net will be like this. So this is the method to find a resultant force at one of the corner. So which is important for a problematic part in IPE. This question is there in the IPE. Okay. So here you see the question and do it the what is given in this. Clear? Is it okay now? Right? Supposed to refer this. Here, there is another question is there, that is the 7th question. So look at the 7th question also. In our material given, same page number, 7th question. Read the question and what is given, then find what is asking. Right. I'll explain the question. So the gravitational force of attraction between the two objects is decreased by 36%. How much is decreased? 36% is decreased. In percentages, no? There will be a question number is 7. Say 36% is decreased is nothing but how much percent is utilized? 64% is utilized. So that you say F2 is equal to 64 by 100% it is F1 utilized like this. Because 36% is wasted, no? That means we can also take like this, it is F2 is equal to 100 minus 36%, right? So that here F2 is equal to 64% of F1. Then F2 is equal to 64 by 100, same it is. We can take like this also, or we can take like this also. Because decreased. Sometimes he may give you increased. Increased in the sense is you add this. Now it is decreased given, no? So that you subtract. If increased is given, then you add. So that the F2 will be 64 by 100, F1 is, it is the first one given. And here when the distance between them is increased by 4 meter. See, initial distance you said D1 is equal to D, and D2 is equal to D plus 4 it is, because increased by 4, no? Therefore is asking what? Find the original distance between them. Find the original distance between them. Of course is asking this D is the question mark. So F inversely proportional to D square or D1 square you see. And here you take a F2 is inversely proportional to D2 square. So F1 and F2 we know, you take as F1 only by F2 is equal to D2 square by D1 square. Very simple problem it is. F1 you as take only F1, but F2 given as this, F1 by 64 by 100 into F1 is equal to D1, D2 square. What is D2 square? D plus 4 whole square by D square, that's all. You cancel F1, F1. Then you take a simple method, it is, we can say 100 by 64, it is equal to D plus 4 by D whole square. Now squaring on both sides, root it is D plus 4 by D it is 100 root 10, 8 D plus 4 by D. Cross multiply, it is like cross multiply, 10D is equal to 8 of D plus 4. So that 10D is equal to 8D plus 8 4s are 36 it is, right? And now you take this side, 10D minus D, 8D, 36. 2D is equal to 36. D is equal to 36 by 2. 18 meter is the original distance. Sorry, 16. 16, no? Yeah, 16 meter is the original distance between the objects. So this is the another question related to what? Related to the gravitational force of attraction. So these are the questions on the basis of gravitational force of attraction. So different problems we did. Today's class completely related to the problems only. You go through these all problems. Clear? And we'll see in the next class with continuation topics. Thank you very much. Thank you.